When evening came, Jesus arrived with the 12. While they were reclining at the table eating, he said, "I tell you the truth, one of you will betray me, one who is eating with me." They were saddened, and one by one they said, "Surely not I?" "It is one of the 12, he replied, "one who dips bread into the bowl with me. The Son of Man will go just as it was written about him. But woe to that man who betrays the Son of Man. It would be better for him if he had not been born." While they were eating, Jesus took bread, gave thanks and broke it, and gave it to his disciples, saying, "Take it, this is my body." When he took the cup, gave thanks and offered it to them, they all drank from it. "This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many." He said to them, "I tell you the truth, I will not drink again of the fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it anew in the kingdom of God." When they had sung a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives.
Will you try and keep up? You're walking so slow.
I'm always trying, Peter. You're always so fast. You're way ahead of me all the time.
Oh. I wasn't looking forward to coming here at all.
I know, I remember standing here wondering, what have they done with Jesus?
Who would steal a dead body? It's of no use to anybody.
No, it isn't. All he did was just have these grave clothes here, just left, and that was it. I wonder where he's gone.
Someone said there'd be angels here to greet us. Even they've nicked off.
Yep, they're not here anymore either. Gone.
They've given up as well. We might as well give up ourselves.
Well, it's just an empty tomb, but we don't know what's going on. It's a bit confusing for us.
An empty tomb. Who would take a dead body?
Well, we don't know. We're all very confused at the moment, Peter, so I don't know. I don't have any answers to any questions.
What are we going to do? Remember all the times that we went out and a little boy had 5 loaves and 2 fish and he fed all the people. And then we walked around with baskets and we picked up 12 left over.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember too when there were sick people. They were blind or they couldn't hear, they couldn't speak, they couldn't walk. And
what about
and he
Lazarus?
fixed them.
Lazarus, his best friend.
He was
dead and gone, finished.
That's right, and he brought him back. It was amazing the things that he'd done.
I loved him. I gave up 3 years of my life to be with him, and here is nothing.
He loved you too.
I loved him.
Well, I don't know.
Why did he just leave?
I don't know. I told you I have no answers. I just have more questions too.
I've got more questions. Lots of questions. I gave up my boat. I don't even know where my boat is anymore.
Well, I don't know either. Maybe
and I bet you those blokes down there stole my nets.
Now, James might be looking after
3 years.
Yeah, well, let's go on more of a journey here. So come with us and we'll go and we'll see if we can figure out what has been happening.
Oh, this is a really bad idea.
Come on, Peter. Come on.
I don't
we
think
need
I
to
can.
try and work out what has been happening.
Look, if I was God and I was in charge, I wouldn't have allowed this to happen.
I know. He should never have died. Like, the hero never dies. He was our hero. He did all these amazing things, and then he died.
I don't understand it. Why spend 3 years together and then just die and go?
I know. Well, everybody was so sad. Remember, his mother was there crying.
I saw his mum and her friends around it. They were more than crying.
Yeah, they were. And there's soldiers there standing there and they're trying to figure out, and they're going, he's just not normal.
But even when he was dying, the soldiers looked at him and they looked up at him and said, surely this man was a son of God.
Yeah, he was different to everybody else.
Even the robber that died next to him, he said to him, he had so much love for him at that time, he said, today you'll be with me in paradise.
Well, that was Jesus. He sort of loved
He deserved
everybody.
to die.
Yeah, but he loved everybody. Everybody, doesn't matter who they were.
I don't understand. We were in the park just before the robbers came and before the people came to take him away. Judas was there. He betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver.
He did, yep.
We know what happened to him.
Yeah, we do.
Jesus said to me that day the same thing. He said to me, Peter, the rooster's going to crow twice and you're going to deny me 3 times.
He did say that.
And when he was up there on the cross, and the guys that were crucifying, they were putting the nails in his hands, I felt like it was for me. I couldn't even stand next to him when he wanted me to be his best friend.
Well,
I hurt him. It was like I betrayed him.
yeah, well, Judas went and betrayed him, and he must have felt pretty bad because he went and hung himself afterwards.
And all the other disciples, they nicked off as well.
Well, we're all in this time of confusion because we don't understand.
I don't understand it.
No, I think we need to move our journey further on over to here. Do you remember this place?
This was meant to be the Passover meal.
Yeah, it was. Jesus called us and he said, come together, let's get the meal together, go and get things ready.
The Passover meal we've been doing for thousands of years. It's been passed down through the generations.
Yep.
This is what we were going to try and remember. This is what we were celebrating together, the Passover meal.
It was. That's what we did. We remembered the love of God and his power when he freed us from slavery in Egypt.
It wasn't that complicated. Miriam,
Oh, Miriam. I'm Miriam now. Yes.
go, get the Passover lamb.
I'll go get it, honey.
There's something we have to do to the lamb.
Oh, my.
Are you sure? Are you
Woolly?
sure that's the best lamb we've got?
You've got...
Nothing's changed in the last little while?
Woolly's the absolute best. There's nothing at
It had
all
to be
wrong with
perfect. It had
Woolly.
to be without blemish.
That's Woolly. Woolly's it. Here's Woolly. We have to offer Woolly.
Excuse me.
Oh, there goes... Oh.
So we had the perfect lamb, and then all we had to do was just
Yes.
sprinkle its blood across the doorpost and
Yes.
down the side.
Yep. That's what we do.
And it was easy. When we put the blood on the doorpost, the angel of death didn't come into our homes.
No, our household was safe when the angel of death would come. And every household would have someone die that night, the firstborn in their household, but not those with the
So
blood.
when we had the blood of the lamb over our door, the,
blood
angel
of the
of
perfect
death,
lamb on the door means the angel of death would be passed over and we would be safe.
that's exactly right.
Our
And that's what
household-
happened. We were all kept safe. And we celebrate that all the time.
We
It's
do.
not that hard. We come
celebrate.
together to have Passover
That's
and
right.
we celebrate it.
We do, and we did that with Jesus right here at that table.
We sat.
I remember sitting here,
We sat
reclining.
at this table. This feels a little strange.
It does. I remember the conversations that we had.
I
Remember the
do.
things that Jesus said.
Do you remember the things Jesus said?
Oh, I don't remember everything, but Mark was really clever. He went and wrote it down. And let's see what he said. He says, while Jesus and the 12 disciples were eating together that evening, he said, the one who will betray me is now eating with me.
What do you mean? We were sitting around this table. Jesus, he was sitting right here and he said, the one who is going to betray me is sitting here?
Yep, and we all looked at each other and we thought, well, who would ever do that?
Surely not I. But it was Judas.
It was.
You were sitting next to him. You have discernment. Why didn't you do something? I would have jumped across the table and strangled him myself.
Well, I wouldn't never ever picked it.
Jesus, he loved us all so much the same we couldn't tell.
We couldn't tell, and he would have known. Okay, this is what else Mark says. This made the disciples sad, and one after another they said to Jesus, you surely don't mean me. He answered, "It is one of you, 12 men, who is eating from this dish with me. The Son of Man will die, just as the Scriptures say, but is going to be terrible for the one who betrays me. That man would be better off if he had never been born."
That's right. 30 pieces of silver, but Jesus loved him just to say we couldn't even pick it.
No, we couldn't pick it. And this is what else happened. Remember this?
He was one of us. He shared this very cup, this bread we shared together.
I know, and we've got lots of sadness. Okay, during the meal, Jesus took some bread in his hands. He blessed the bread and broke it. Then he gave it to his disciples and said, "Take this, it is my body." Remember that?
What do you mean? We came here for the Passover to remember the angel of death.
I think Jesus was talking about something else.
Read that again.
It says, during the meal, Jesus took some bread in his hands. He blessed the bread and broke it. Then he gave it to his disciples and said, "Take this, it is my body."
John,
But I think, hang on, there's a bit more. I think we're getting it. I think I'm understanding too. Jesus picked up a cup of wine and gave thanks to God. He gave it to his disciples and they all drank some. Then he said, just like the other bit, "This is my blood, which is poured out for many, and with it God makes his agreement."
See, he wasn't talking about woolly.
He's not talking about that. Jesus was talking about something new.
He was saying this was going to be his own body.
His own body and his own blood.
We all drank out of this one cup together, all 12 of us. We shared it.
And
he
was
said, "This
telling
is
us-
my blood."
He was telling us what he was going to do. I think that's it. That's it.
That's got nothing to do with the Passover after all.
No, he was giving us the instructions of what was going to happen to him for us.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
So he didn't leave us alone.
No, he hasn't left us alone. I think I get it now.
I didn't understand that at all.
Peter, come back here. Remember, this is what he was talking about. He's got the body and the blood. He was the perfect lamb. That's the
So he
perfect
didn't
lamb.
die. He gave himself
Yes.
for us.
That's right. So it wasn't just a household that would be safe now. We could all be safe, all people, all time.
So when he died for many, it's everyone?
We could be saved not from slavery in Egypt, we could be saved from our slavery to our sin. That's what this is about.
So maybe he didn't leave us at all.
No, because back over here, of course he's not there. He's alive.
So he didn't get stolen after all.
No, he's alive. And that's why he told us we're supposed to remember what he's done for us. The Passover was remembering what God did way, way back.
I didn't get that at all from there.
No, but that's what he was talking about.
So all the things he did, he still loves us.
Yes.
I don't need my
Of course.
boat.
He never stopped loving us. And you don't need your boat. No more. We don't need the boat. It was all about remembering
Remembering all the things that he did for us.
Remembering everything he's done for us, his love and the way that he has died for us, take away our sin, and we're supposed to keep on remembering. Because he probably knew.
That's really worth remembering because I forget things.
Yeah, because he knew that we just go back to normal life and you just forget the important things. You just get on, don't we? Don't we do that? We just go on in life. But no, we're supposed to stop and always remember.
And that's really worth remembering.
That's worth remembering.
Wow.
Very good. Now we get it.
That's so much clearer now.